we are, guys. All right. I think we should address the obvious first, where we're missing a compadre here of our trio. You know?
Yeah.
And who would that be?
That would be Leonard, Hank.
Hank.
Leah.
Air quotes Leo. What's his last name?
Sailor.
Sailor. And where's he at right now, Ryan? Could you help us out?
He said he got into a bit of a fender bender, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
He was off campus and he got a car accident or something. So he might come in mid-pod, which would be pretty fun. So if you hear some knocking on the door, we'll let him in and give him the floor to elaborate what happened. But this man Ryan, so he put in our little chat. He said, Leo said, I'm gonna be 10 minutes late, and Ryan was like, we're starting without you.
I was completely kidding.
He thought he was being for real. So then he turned around or something.
Then he got in a fender bender.
So it's basically your fault.
It's my fault.
He got in a car crash. Tell him your theory about emojis and texting.
It's come to my attention that myself included, a lot of people don't always pick up on jokes and text.
It's a big issue, guys.
It's a big issue. I'm sure everyone's experienced it. Have they not?
I know I have.
Everyone's experienced it. So if you just put an emoji in the text, it's all of a sudden a joke. People know. They'll laugh when they see an emoji. It doesn't matter what that emoji is.
Any emoji.
Anything from poop to the devil to anything in between.
I feel like those could both be silly, but there's some emojis like some of the angrier faces that you could throw in, and people might still think they're serious. I use the purple devil, the one with blowing air out of his nose, and the 100 a lot.
All right, if you know an emoji,
and the shrug guy.
If you know an emoji that cannot be taken as a joke, please send it to our Twitter.
Yes. We still got chicken to give out?
We do have some chicken to give out.
They're running out of business giving away all this free chicken for our podcast. It's a lot of chicken.
It's some good chicken, too.
Effing good.
It really is. It's some of the best chicken I've had around. It's better than Cane's. If you disagree, tweet at us.
Is it? I don't eat chicken, #vegetarian.
Oh, right.
Veg team.
You gotta try it. It's good.
I've had chicken before, Ryan. But isn't it is chicken a cold weather food or a warm weather food?
It's an all weather food.
That's a cop-out answer. Just pick, you take a stand,
Are we talking fried chicken or grilled chicken?
Probably fried chicken.
Fried chicken is summer. I'd say you gotta go with it.
Yeah, that's what
summer.
I would say too. It's been cold, man. It snowed last night.
Oh yeah.
But it didn't stick, but it's pretty nipply out there.
It was a tidbit nipply for sure.
Tidbit nipply. Just a little bit of snow. It's supposed to be a cold spring. Let's just skip down to spring break. It's supposed to be a cold spring break.
It is.
I'm staying here. You're going to California.
I am not going to California. My
parents are leaving you to go to California.
My parents are going to California for my spring break.
You should tell your parents you're going on strike if they don't take you to California.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with.
Do you have chores at home?
I do not.
Oh, so you could go on. Do you do anything for them?
I mean, I do anything they ask me to do, of course.
Go on strike. No, give them the silent treatment. Give them the cold shoulder. Don't talk to your parents till they take you to California. They'll be like, Ryan, why aren't you talking to us? And just zip, and you twist the key, throw it away. Don't say a word to them. Or you have if there's someone else in the house, then you could speak through them,
Or I could just completely raid the cabinets and leave no food when they come back.
Yeah. You also said you're going to have a big party, right? Every night of spring break is going to be a new party at your house.
Every night of spring break, party at my house. Be there.
All right. What's the address? Send the Addy.
DM me for the address.
DM the Mountcast Twitter. What if we had a Mountcast party? But then someone died and we'd close down Mountcast.
That would.
I know what you did last summer on your podcast. What if someone died live on the pod and then we posted it? That would be like Logan Paul with the he filmed the dead guy in Japan. And you're like, oh, we just uploaded it. We didn't know.
But
definitely get shut down.
We'd definitely get a lot of views for that one, though.
I bet we would. Maybe YouTube would start paying us what we deserve, generating all this content,
Yeah. We did just recently get a raise, though, right?
Hey, yeah, you said something about the Jets. We're getting the Jets
installed.
Yeah. All right, guys, I don't know if you remember from the other week, but we were talking about we requested a couple G5 Jets from the Finance Committee, so fingers crossed for those. That would be a fun spring break activity. Go to California whenever you wanted if you had a jet.
Yeah, but we could record weekly in California.
Exactly. Record right from the beach. You know, you can hear the seagulls, the sunbathers. They don't really make a sound, but we could tell you about the ones that we see.
Or at least no sounds that we want to record on this podcast, right?
What other sounds would they make? Like just talking or?
That's right. Yeah.
Shut up! We're trying to make a podcast over here. All right. Did you have any dubs or L's you can think of, or
dubs or L's? Why don't you go first? And
I'll go first, and you brainstorm. So today, had my Wednesday 8 a.m. He let us out a little early, so I got to go get a waffle, which at like 8:50, which was a pretty good thing. But then I put too many chocolate chips on it, and it just like a lot of sugar. But it was good for when I ate it. But then after, I didn't feel so good. But anyway, got that waffle, you know. Walking back up to like my next class, and then I like see my professor, and I said like, "Have a good spring break." Wait, is professor unisex?
UTech?
No, unisex. Like professor is a man or a woman, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Professorette.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wrong. Professor. And I say, "Have a good spring break," and I have my headphones in. I'm listening to a podcast. You know, I'm a podcast addict.
But we're the best, right?
Of course, yeah. All other podcasts are just supplements for this great podcast. But anyway, I was listening, and he said something, but it wasn't U2 or like U2 would be the common response, right? Like, have a good spring break, U2. But he said something else that was like way more syllables, and I didn't hear it at all. And as I was like walking by him, I just like smiled and nodded and just like kept walking. I was like, dang. But I mean, it's just kind of the cost of walking around with headphones in, but I don't know. It wasn't a big L, but it was just like a little one, and I had, you know, at that point, the chocolate chips from the sugar were really coursing through my veins, and it made for anxious about 2 minutes before I forgot it even happened just now. Did you think of any dubs or L's?
I mean, it's a stretch, but I guess the L I gotta go with for today is...
It's a lowercase L?
It's a lowercase L, but it's an L nonetheless.
All right.
So last class before spring break today, and the professor assigns a pretty long case study due, a 6-page case study due on the Monday coming back from break.
No, but you have to party every day of spring break.
Exactly. I don't have time for a 6-day case study or a 6-page case study.
Ryan, what, like, is it a case study on partying?
It is.
Okay,
it is.
Well that helps then. You can just work and party at the same time.
Right. It's the multitasking. Best of both worlds.
I wonder. Funny story from my hometown. Shout out Belleville, Michigan. Woo!
Oh yeah, you're a Michigander.
A Michiganian, Michigander, all that good stuff. It was so it was my high school, right? And I think I was like a sophomore or something.
You went to a pretty big high school, right?
Yeah, about 1,700 kids. So pretty big, but it's kind of a small town, and I felt like, I don't know, people say it's like a big high school, but in my mind, it still felt like a pretty like small community, you know? So it just depends. But anyway, so it's like, there were like older, like senior kids that I like knew of, or like knew from sports, but they didn't like know me necessarily, but they like see me or whatever. Anyway, so a lot of the older kids like went to Panama Beach, or is it just Panama? Just Panama, for spring break. And then they came back, and what was it? Pneumonia went through the school like a wildfire.
Really?
Because it was like maybe like 30% of the senior class all went to Panama, and then they like all like a third of them or whatever, however many, got pneumonia, and they all brought it back, and then there was like a very miniature pneumonia breakout in my hometown, and everyone was like, ugh, like all the seniors and people that didn't go anywhere in spring break were like, the spring break kids, they're so dirty and gross. That's why I didn't go to parties. But at the time, I was like, yeah, I want to go to Panama too and get pneumonia. But
similar story. My sophomore year at the Mount,
you got pneumonia?
Sorry, I may have. I forget, to be honest. But so my sophomore year at the Mount, the golf team goes down to South Carolina for spring break, and
they got swine flu.
And then several of them went down to Gatlinburg. Next thing you know, we come back, and the entire golf team has the same sickness.
What is it?
15 people. I forget what it was. It was like the flu or something.
Swine flu, probably.
Probably swine flu for sure.
Wow. Oh, bird flu. Swine flu or bird flu. Those are both real. So wait, Gatlinburg, and they like partied in Gatlinburg?
They did, yes.
What was the golf coach's stance on this?
Well, no, it wasn't a golf team event in Gatlinburg.
Oh,
It
the
was
team just went as a group.
several guys on the team went to Gatlinburg.
Right.
The entire
Yeah.
team went to South Carolina. Then a few guys stayed and went to Gatlinburg.
You heard it here first. Avoid Panama, avoid Gatlinburg.
Avoid South Carolina.
Well, I think South Carolina has some good parts. I went on a little family vacay to South Carolina in maybe like
Oh, it's nice.
2008. It's funny how like they have like it's not like a beach, but it'll be like a quarter mile of swamp and then the water. So it'll be like a long dock over the swamp to get to the actual water because you can't like bring your boat all the way like through the swamp. But like sometimes the water will rise up the swamp and it just looks funny when there's just like huge long docks to get out to the water.
Yeah.
So yeah, spring break coming up. It's gonna be pretty cold here. I'll probably still do some scantily clad sunbathing in the quad, get my tan game going, get a head start. What's the name of that tanning place in Delhi?
Oh,
The
Total
pet store.
Tan.
Total. It's just called Total Tan.
Total Tan, right next to another
The main
venue,
entrance?
the main entrance. Yes.
Venue, and there's a Chinese place too, right?
There is.
Salvation Army. I hit that place up a lot. Got that shirt on right now. Salvation Army. Stussy, about $2.99.
It's a good deal.
Good cop. But anyway, I wonder if I should go tanning. How much does it cost to tan?
I'm not sure. I've never tanned. I go straight to burn. There's no tan
Straight
for me.
to burn. I don't know. I probably won't do it, but I can consider it on the pod.
I mean, you could consider it. I will not be considering it because I go straight from pasty white to blisters.
But
There's
is
no
that
in between.
you've done that in the natural sun, or have you tried that in like a tanning booth and then what?
I did the natural sun. No
Yeah.
tanning bed, but true story.
A tanning bed might like have a different effect, is what I'm saying.
True story. My very own mother has a cautionary tale about tanning beds. The one time she tried a tanning bed,
She got fried like a hot dog.
she left her eyes open.
She didn't wear the goggles?
No.
Is she blind?
No, she had to go to the emergency room.
For what did they do? They gave her new eyeballs?
I don't know.
What in the world?
Yeah.
How long was she in there?
I don't know. She was in like high school.
Oh my God, Ryan. Wow, that we might have to have her on the pod to interview her because that is quite a unfortunate mistake.
Yes.
Misfortunate.
So due to that, I will never be to a tanning bed. My sister will never be to a tanning bed. No one in my family will be to a tanning bed.
Well, I tell you, how do you like them apples?
The
The apple doesn't fall far.
I like them apples a lot.
Check out these apples of Ryan's mom going blind. Okay, so this Friday and Saturday we have lacrosse games, both home games versus Oglethorpe.
Oglethorpe. There we go.
Whatever, dumb name for a school. And Saturday
And not all schools can be Mount U, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mount St. Joseph University. Like, there's like really what school rolls off the tongue like that? MSJ, Mount St. Joe. So many options. It's really a diverse name. But anyway, not all schools can have catchy names like that. Some have to have names like Oligarth or Oglethorpe. It sounds like denture cream.
Sounds like a disease.
Or a disease, Oglethorpe. But also, I feel like in like academic circles, it might sound like a fancy what's the name of that college in like London? Not Howard.
Oxford.
Yeah, Oxford. It almost kind of sounds like Oxford. It doesn't sound like Oxford, but I feel like it could be in like the same like vein as Oxford. Oxford, Oglethorpe. Ugh. Okay, anyway, we play them on Friday. You know, about to get that dub. Saturday we play Hiram.
Hiram, yeah.
Hiram. They probably suck too, so we're 2 dubs this weekend. Come out and support on Friday. I say we. I'm on the lacrosse team if you guys didn't know. Play at 4 on Friday versus Oglethorpe. Ogletherope. Oglethorpe. And Tuesday against Hiram. Both pretty goofy schools. Sounds like probably won't be too good at lacrosse. So get 2 dubs there. Saturday we're at 2. All right, let's get to some actual events for this week of Mount U. So why don't you tell us a little about Rush Week, Ryan?
It's going pretty well.
Rush Week, Ryan.
It's going pretty well. Last night for game night, we had about 200 potential recruits in.
What?
It was like we had G1 in the Seton basement. We had it popping, you know.
G1.
G1 is one of those classrooms. We brought in a bunch of
Okay.
We brought in a projector, some flat screens, and some Xboxes, PlayStations, and
I was thinking.
had a good time.
I was thinking, like board games.
Oh no! Oh, we also played Cards Against Humanity. If you played that game,
And that game is not a Catholic appropriate game, right?
it's not always a Catholic appropriate
And this is
game.
a Catholic sponsored podcast. Okay. And what is the next event?
Tonight there is baskets and corn in the auxiliary gym. We're playing some basketball, playing some cornhole. It'll be a good time.
Can you eat corn?
You can. You can bring your own corn. It's BYOC.
Oh, BYOC. Bring your own cob.
Yeah.
Bring your own BYOCC. BYOC squared. Bring your own corn on the cob.
Yeah.
LOL. Okay. So we got that. We got bingo Tuesday, March 6th. Well, that already happened. Did you win?
I did actually. I won a speaker.
What kind of speaker?
Like a waterproof speaker. I should bring it in sometime.
Yeah, you should. Have you tested it?
I have not. No.
You should just like submerge it in the water and then see if it electrocutes you.
Yeah.
And if it does and you survive, you could sue them.
There's only one way to find out, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just dip it in the water while you're already in the water. All right, let's so I don't know if you guys have seen this Transformation 2025 video. Perusing YouTube, checking out our our videos. Our Mountcast videos. I see Mount St. Joseph on the little up next autoplay. And I see this Transformation 2025. So this is the plan to update and renovate the facilities, right?
Yeah, so I first saw this video at Dr. Williams' inauguration last spring, and
Okay.
he kind of unveiled this whole plan for 2025 when the Mount's basically going to become the best college in the country. Am I wrong about that?
Well, it already is the best college in the country.
Yes.
So
It'll be respected as the best college in the
it'll
country.
be recognized by all the ignorant oligarch, Hiram, Ohio State University people who don't really recognize that the Mount is, of course, the greatest university to ever grace the universe, I would say.
Yeah.
But anyway, you got, because you've seen in Seton they have that poster, or not a poster, it's like a poster board of the rec center, like the new indoor rec center.
Oh, yeah.
Look like I have some turf in there and stuff.
Yeah,
indoor.
be out by where Hayden Field is right now.
Which is not a bad field, but it's pretty much just a field, you know?
It's just a grassy area.
Could use some development, a nice little turf indoor facility. It's pretty exciting stuff. But anyway, this video, we're going to put it on our Twitter. You guys should watch it. It is 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
And if you're feeling generous, donate to Transformation 2025.
Yeah,
they could use some funds, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to hear our president, our fearless leader, H. James Williams.
Correct.
It was James H. H. James Williams.
All the things that you've done, all the places that you've been, all the successes you've had, and put you in a position to be here today.
Dr.
To
Williams.
have this opportunity to invest in Mount St. Joseph University so that we
And move forward.
and make sure that
And
this
make sure the world is a better
in which to live,
More
more
productive
live.
place to live.
It's up to us now.
It's up to us. It's up to us to make sure these beautiful renovations get built. I know I will definitely start failing my classes now so I can be a freshman in 2025.
But that's the goal, to stick around for.
Yeah, that'll be some exciting stuff. That would really be a fine line to walk, to like not get kicked out of school, but like not do well enough to like advance at all.
You need to find out how many classes you need to pass just to be able to stick around.
Yeah, I'll talk to Lisa Cruz, my advisor, try and figure out, how to toe that line, walk that tightrope, you know.
I might go back for a doctorate, you know.
Dr. Ryan Korangle.
Yeah, Dr. Ryan
Wow.
Korangle, whatever it takes to be around for 2025.
Exactly. And then also you just get a job here, which would be good, I guess.
All right,
you know?
that'd be pretty awesome.
But then you couldn't go in like the student center and all that good stuff.
I would still go.
What if you were a professor and you just like went to like game night and stuff? That'd be pretty cool.
Coach Huber, the old football coach, used to play at open mic night.
Why don't you play it open mic night?
I'm not very musically skilled.
Wow. Don't ever say that about your singing voice again. I've heard you sing. You're a wonderful singer.
I don't quite have the voice that Morgan and Sydney have, as you heard last
Morgan
week.
and Sydney. Wow. Round of applause for those guys. That was some true Oscar level talent, honestly.
What our viewers may not have heard is that it took them a solid hour to choose a song, and finally I was like, all right, Don't Stop Believing, Journey, you guys got this.
Don't Stop Believing is a good one because like you sing it, but you like kind of yell it too.
Yeah,
So
like,
it's
and everyone sings it. No matter where you are, if this song comes on, someone will start singing it.
See, everybody, it's catchy. It's like a catchiest songs of like in history would be like an interesting list. I feel like.
I feel like they'd be up there, if not number one.
So we're not podcasting over spring break, right? Because you're gonna be in California.
I will be not in California. I will not be here.
You'll be at your house.
I could come here if you'd like to pod, but I have no plans of that as of right now.
So we will be back. Let's see what the date is. We will be back with Leo, of course. Wednesday, March 28th. Actually, no, I have a game that night versus Wilmington. So that week, the 19th through the 23rd, Ryan just threw his phone on the ground. The 19th through the 23rd, we're going to have another podcast for you guys. In the meantime, enjoy your spring breaks. Be safe. Don't get pneumonia. I mean, if you do, it's not the end of the world. You'll be okay. They can solve that. I mean, cure that. And Leo will be back with us. Send your prayers to his fender bender. And your prayers to Ryan to remember to throw some emojis in his texts. Ryan?
We're out. See you guys after spring break.
All right. Have a good break.